All right, hello math fans. All right, this is worksheet 3. This is actually your homework, but we're going to do together one of kind of each section here, just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. All right, so you guys should really remember this. If it's a quadratic, which is an x squared, you guys should remember that you need to find a couple things. Probably the most important thing is you need to find a vertex. Okay. And if you find when you find the vertex and you pick a couple points on either side of that vertex, you'll be good to go. All right, so let's actually, if you guys remember that, the x coordinate of the vertex, x equals opposite of b over 2a. That's really important. So of course, you know, a is 1, b is 2, and c is -1, right? From the coefficient in front of the x squared, x, and the constant term. So it's opposite of b, so -2 over 2 times 1. So my x coordinate is -1. So it's -1 comma. And then, of course, how do you figure out the y? You just plug it in. I mean, use your calculator. I don't care, but make sure you get it right. So -1 squared is 1 plus 2 times -1. So 1 minus, it's 1 minus 2 is -1. Minus 1 is -2. So that's your vertex. Okay, so that's going to be your middle point, -1, -2, and then we're going to do -2, -3, 0, and 1. 0 is the easiest one. -1, remember, it's symmetrical, so this is going to be -1. And then you put a 1 in there. 1 squared is 1, plus 2 is 3, minus 1 is 2. So that's going to be a 2. Okay, that's easy, right? And then you graph it. -3, 2, right here. -2, -1, and -1, -2, and then that's 0, -1, and 1, 2. Okay, and you guys should recognize this is that x squared's positive. It's going to go up, open up. Okay, and that's your graph. Pretty easy, right? So that's what these basically the first 3 problems are like. All right, so let's move on to problem number 4. Okay, problem number 4. First of all, the directions say for 4 through 8, find the vertex, then factor, and find the x-intercepts. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to say x equals opposite of b, so it's 8 over 2 times 1. So the x-coordinate is 4, comma, and then if you plug a 4 in there, you get -4. Okay, so just plugging in your calculator. And then the x-intercepts, remember guys, what an x-intercept means is when y equals 0. That's an x-intercept. Think about it. If you have a graph, right, if I ask you any point right here where it's an x-intercept, that's always, this is like maybe, you know, 2, 0, 4, 0, -2, 0, so it's always something, 0. So it's when y equals 0. Very important. So here we go. We're going to set this equal to 0. We're going to say x squared minus 8x plus 12 equals 0. This is just like the old days, guys. We're solving for x. Okay, it's equal to 0. Got a factor. So we're going to have x and x. It's positive here, and it's negative there, so it's going to be minus, minus. And the numbers at work here are 6 and 2. So you set each one of those equal to 0, you get x equals 6, x equals 2. Those are your 2 answers. And so that's what you want to put down there. They have to be in coordinate form. If they're not in coordinate form, you're going to lose a point. So it's 6, 0, and 2, 0. Has to be that form. If you write 6, 2, or 6 and 2, you're going to lose a point. Okay, so like I asked you before, you had to plot 5 points. Now you're plotting just 3 because you have your x-intercepts. So if I go to 4, -4, and you guys know it opens up, so it better open up. 6, 0 is here, and 2, 0 is here. Okay, and there's your graph. And make that a little bit bigger. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, but be careful what I asked for. Again, I asked for the vertex, and I asked for the x-intercept. So opposite of b over 2a, and then set that equal to 0, and you're going to have to factor. Okay. All right. I want to go to problem number 8. Okay, problem number 8 is just normal here. Okay, we're going to find the vertex, and if you find the vertex opposite of b, so it's positive 10 over 2 times 1. So it's 5 comma, and then you plug the 5 in there, and you wind up getting 0. 5 comma 0. Okay, so 5 comma 0. And then if I factor that, right, it's x squared minus 10x plus 25 equals 0. And I factor, I get x, and I get actually minus 5 minus 5. So for both of these, I get x equals 5. So if you notice, I get 5 comma 0. Well, that's the same as my vertex. Okay, so there's a problem because I only have 1 point to plot. That's not enough. I need more points. So the deal is, guys, if your vertex turns out to be the same as your x-intercept, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you got to do a t-chart. So in this case, it's got to be a t-chart. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so we're going to do a t-chart here, and we're going to do 5, 0, 4, 3, 6, and 7. And, just again, use your calculator to figure things out. And 4 is going to be a 1, so that's going to be a 6 and a 1. And 3 is going to be a 4, and 7 is going to be a 4. So those are your points. 3 comma 4. 4 comma 1, 5 comma 0 is we already plotted, 6 comma 1, and 7 comma 4. Okay, there's your graph. Okay, but notice it's touching it one time here at the on the x-axis. So that's why the vertex is the same as the x-intercept. All right. Okay, let's take a look at problem number 9. That's actually the last type of problem, and then the rest of these are going to be on your own here. Okay, it says 9 through 12. The equation is already factored for you. Okay, that's actually very nice because what we're going to do is, if it's factored for you, it's really easy to find the x-intercepts. Okay, why would you multiply together? You would just say x plus 5 times x plus 1 equals 0. So you get x plus 5 equals 0, or x equals negative 5, x plus 1 equals 0, x equals negative 1. So there are your intercepts, negative 5, 0, and negative 1, 0. So let's plot these points. Here's negative 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's negative 5, 0. Now you guys should remember that that vertex is going to be somewhere on this line. Okay, it's going to be somewhere on the axis of symmetry, right? It's in between, so that's really important. The vertex is between the two intercepts. And if it's right in between, I know the x value is going to be negative 3. Because I can just look at it, right? Here's negative 1. Right in between is move over 2, it's negative 3. That's really all you need here, guys. The the vertex is, this is x-intercept here. Okay, the vertex is negative 3 comma something. Well, how do you find that? Plug it in. Now, it's a little weird to plug it in, but if you plug a negative 3 into here and a negative 3 into here, you just do it. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2, and it's multiplication here. So negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So that's equal to negative 4. There you go. Negative 3, negative 4. So we plot it. Negative 3, negative 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are your 3 points. And you graph it. Okay? That's it. That's basically, if it's already factored for you, you're good to go. Because basically, if you did opposite of b over 2a here, you would have to FOIL this out and then do opposite of b over 2a. So why do that? Always know it's, when I say it's between the two intercepts, it's halfway. So it's like the average of the two numbers. So let's even take the average. How do you take an average of two numbers? Don't you add them together? So isn't it negative 5 plus negative 1, or minus 1 over 2, which is negative 6 over 2, which is negative 3. There you go. Okay, and then you get to find the y value. So that's how you do these types of problems. Let's say I showed you 3 types with that extra special case with where the x-intercept was the same as the vertex. All right? So you guys are responsible for the rest of the worksheet. That's it. Good luck, math fans. Goodbye.